My best friend's dad taught me how to make a man nut. My best friend's dad is staying with us and our roommates. He was only going to stay for one night, but after a little fun with me, he decided to extend his trip and stay for nearly a week. Josie, my friend, was surprised, but I wasn't. He didn't want to spend any extra time with his kid. He wanted to see how many ways he could fold me in half. She hadn't anticipated him staying so long and had to go to work the next day. Again, she entrusted me to see that he was hosted well and help him around town if he wanted to do any exploring. I asked him if there were any sights he wanted to see, and he said all he wanted was already in front of him. Our first meeting had been a rushed spur-of-the-moment affair, but now with the house to ourselves, we had time to slow down. We went to the guest room where he was staying and laid in bed. We made out, feeling each up through our clothes until he started yanking on my shirt. I kicked my shorts off and slipped out of my bra, so I was down to just my panties. He unzipped his pants and pulled out his frank. His pubic hair had gone gray, but his frank was still hard and throbbing. My mouth began to water. "Come on," he said, touching the back of my head and slowly leading me to his frank. "Let me show you what I like." I opened my mouth and he called me a good girl as he eased his frank into my mouth. I sighed against him as he pressed deeper and deeper until I began to gag on his frank. He gave a groan of pleasure. He liked my gagging noises, then I decided to give him plenty more. Spit ran down my chin as I gagged and choked on his frank. He pressed me further onto his shaft, sending his tip down the back of my throat. I gagged and he kept me stuck on his frank before finally releasing me. He liked it rougher than I thought, but I was ready for the challenge. I peeled my panties off my hips and laid down on my side, showing him all of me. He rolled on top of me, parting my thighs and pressing his frank wet from my mouth between my legs. He kissed me, grinding against me before flipping us both over so he was laying down, and I was straddling his hips. He wanted me to ride him, and I wanted it just as much as he did. I slowly lowered myself onto his frank as he gripped the base, impaling myself on his frank and taking him deep inside of me. He groaned as I slid down onto his frank so he was fully sheathed inside of me. I could feel the throbbing of his heartbeat like pumping drums. Follow for part 2.